You already know what you're back here for. This is my weekly fragrance rotation for what I wore for the week of May 25th through May 31st. Stick around, I'll get into it. All right, what's good? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin, and this is SmellGoodz. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you hanging out with me as we run through another of the weekly fragrance rotations, as well as just we document my fragrance journey. Hopefully, the information is helpful to you. Hopefully, you're finding some things or seeing some things that might be of interest to you as we talk fragrances. All right. So this past week was Memorial Day weekend. So Sunday was spent largely around the house. However, had to go out and get some things to help, because I was doing a brisket. So had to get some last minute things as far as my rub and other things to inject the brisket with, because it was going to cook overnight. If you know about doing briskets, you know that they are kind of one of those things that you do a lot of prep for. You set them, then you kind of leave them in the smoker, let the smoke do its thing, and then you come out. And if you've done it well, you've got an amazing meal for Memorial Day, and that's what the goal was. So on Sunday was one of the ones that was is one of my favorites for this year so far. Al Haramain Amber Oud Aqua Dubai. And just as far as what I decided to do was this week was going to be a lot of my favorites. This was not going to be I was going to really pick a lot of my favorites. Some of this was not going to be, it wasn't going to be normal stuff like testing out or what have you. This was just going to be, this was a week I just wanted to wear some of my favorites for this time of year. All right. So Al Haramain Amber Oud Aqua Dubai is what I wore on Sunday for all of my errands as I was prepping the brisket, trimming all the fat, getting the rub in there, getting the beef broth injected into it. Little secret there if you need to know, and then threw it on the smoker so that it could do its thing and work its magic overnight. All right, so that was on Sunday. All right, Monday was around the house for the most part, nothing major. It was, of course, Memorial Day, so pulled the brisket off. Brisket turned out really, really good. Nice smoke ring, very tender. It did the whole test as far as its flexibility, all of that fun stuff, and turned out really, really good, as your boy is prone to do, just because I'm a smoker. Talking about meat, talking about brisket, talking about pulled pork, talking about ribs. I can do that. All right. So on Monday, around the house, watching movies with the wife, spending time, just wore Art of Universe by Lattafa. This is, I believe, their take on Blue Talisman, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So this is what I wore. Just again, around the house, nothing major going on. Threw on a fragrance that would stand up to the smoke and stand up to just the heat that we have going on, because it's hot here. It's hot. We're this past week, I know we just finished up May. We're already hitting the 90 or the high 90s. I think we even dipped over into 100 one day last week. So yeah, it's hot. Needed some things to wear for that. All right. Tuesday was in the office, so it was an in-office day as far as going to the job, making my appearance known, handling stuff that I need to handle, collaborating as we collaborate, all those fun things. And so it was time to break out something that I had recently gotten in, that I've had the decants of it before, and I was like, yeah, we're going to wear it. We're talking about Creed Silver Mountain Water. Got a really good deal on it. Decided to break that out, and it did not disappoint. It is a great fragrance. It is one of, in my opinion, probably one of the top 3 or 4 from the House of Creed. And so decided to wear it, did what it does. And of course it stood up to the weather that I needed to stand up to. All right. So that was my in-office fragrance, was Silver Mountain Water. Wednesday was starting off going to the gym, and then coming home, finishing up work, getting work done. Some errands and other things to run around. We didn't have anything until Thursday, when I really had a major thing I needed to go do. But Wednesday was something, again, getting more of a feel for something that I've recently gotten in my collection, which is becoming one of my favorites. I'm talking about from the House of Nazar Fragrances. This is Royal Paradise. This right here is quickly becoming one of my favorite fragrances of this year so far. In fact, I may do that. There may be a video that I do of like maybe my top 5 or top 10 pickups of 2025 so far, because we got a long way to go still with this year. But this is what I wore on Wednesday with the running around and things I had to do. This just a great fresh fragrance that lasts, 50% oil concentration, pineapple, saffron. Yeah, this right here works. All right. So that was on Wednesday. Thursday, I had to, after work, I had to run around and I had to go get this real ID thing. Even though I've had my driver's license, I had to go get this new real ID that I guess all the states are needing to get to certify, validate that we all have our identity, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, stood in line for a while for that. But as far as my fragrance for the day, something I haven't worn fully in a long time. Well, not a long time, but decent enough amount of time. Club de Nuit Pre-Show. Again, their take, if you will, on Aventus Absolute. Great fragrance, great interpretation. Between this and Collector's Edition, I do lean a little more to Collector's Edition, but this is still solid. This is still, I mean, it's almost really, if we're honest, 1A, 1B between it and Collector's Edition. It's not like it's taking a big backseat to it. It's edged out a little by Collector's Edition for me, but this is my Thursday fragrance and it worked very well. Yep. All right. And we got to get rid of that little dangle. All right. Friday was after work, running around. We went and grabbed something to eat, kind of just getting things for our other channel taken care of. But Friday was my Oud Lemon Mint by Mancera. Enough said about this. This is one of my favorites from Mancera. It's just got this nice minty twang to it alongside the lemon. Works perfectly for the spring and summer. This is one that started off as just a travel spray out of the Discovery set out of their travel set for me. That quickly was like, yeah, this is going to be a full bottle, and I got it this year. But Oud Lemon Mint was my Friday fragrance. And then Saturday was definitely out and about in these Phoenix streets, running all over the place. I know we were here locally where I live, and then I had to go over to Glendale and Avondale and Goodyear and all those places, finish getting some stuff. So it was a day out and about in 99-degree weather. It was 99 degrees. And so something I wore that day, which is also another one that I'm loving, Terre de Mes Eau Intense Vetiver. This was my Saturday fragrance that just the citrus and the vetiver, and yeah, this right here works very well and was the fragrance of choice on Saturday. All right. That's it for this week. Make sure, if you have not already, in the description, there are some discount codes for you to take advantage of. Of course, they help to support the channel, but more importantly for you, they help you to save some money in some of the places that you might, otherwise spend more money. So save some money getting the things that you enjoy as far as the fragrances. That's it for this one. Listen, stay safe, stay sane, stay smelling good. And then, of course, if you have not already by now, and what are you waiting for? Hit that like, hit that subscribe, request notification, share. There's a video here for you to watch, as well as there's a video here. Make sure you watch them both and then come back, turn your notifications on, see all the other videos that we do. We'll see you next time. Have a great one. Be blessed. Peace.